ki hui nei tātou. Hei tautoko nui ki tēnei whare, hei tautoko nui ki mana whenua. Tēnā koutou, tēnā koutou, tēnā koutou katoa. Am I going to break the sound if I walk in front? No, it's okay, isn't it? It didn't all go horribly wrong and everyone died for covers. Kia ora everyone, I'm Kath and it's lovely to meet you. My mouth's usually open because I'm talking, but I actually wasn't talking. I was listening attentively last year to who was going to win the flexi-working award category, but my mouth opened in a classic O of shock when we won. So thank you for the Travelwise team for your encouragement to enter and for your support since. It's been a real pleasure to be working with you on it. And you made a lovely video of us. Thanks for that. I was surprised because we kind of take what we do for granted. Like, we do what we do and we keep doing it, and we've done it for a whole bunch of reasons, and we were encouraged to enter and did, and I came to meet other companies doing cool stuff because that's the kind of organisations we do marketing for, but I didn't expect to win. And since we won, it's been really amazing because lots of people have wanted to know, well, how do we do it? What do you do? How do you make it work? So I thought I'd share the sort of 5 things that we had to then go, what is our strategy? So we worked out the kind of the strategic approach and we framed it up, so I'll share those with you today. I went out working on my own in 2001, and after a few years a team had grown around me and we began the Good Sense brand in 2010, and that's the sort of year that we cite as the starting point of our leadership in marketing in sustainability. We work with a whole variety of organisations. Our clients span some large ones like Lion Breweries, who we've helped with their communication and sustainability strategy, Trans-Tasman, through to Mindful Money, who are a not-for-profit, who are just about a year old now, run by the amazing Barry Coates. It's kind of a one-man band plus volunteers, but they have the most amazing website. If you want to find out who your Kiwi saver should be with, if you're a person concerned about climate change and ethics, then go to Mindful Money and find out more. Through to government organisations like the National Science Challenge for building better homes, towns and cities, who are providing lots of really good evidence for why we need cities that are more livable with better public transport, through to medium-sized New Zealand businesses like Angel Food, who do the vegan and divine dairy-free alternative cheeses you might find on your supermarket shelf. We have a dozen people doing this work, working a variety of hours based across Auckland, Taupo, Wellington and Auckland, here in Tamaki Makaurau, and we don't have any office. It was a bit of a challenge. We're trying to line the video up. It's like, where are you going to be? How are we going to film you? So we had a couple of interesting, no, we really don't have an office, and no, none of us have a regular commute. My business partner Jo likes to get out of her whare, so she goes to a shared space that she uses and has a great stand-up desk there, just a couple of blocks away from where she's at home. I want to salute the team. I thought we had a photo of the team on this slide, but maybe, is it the next one? Oh, I do have to click. I thought I was going to be click-free. There you go, kia ora. I've got the amazing Aisha who's with me today. Wave, Aisha. And this is some of our Auckland crew. We did a wee gathering for friends and family at Merge Cafe, the Lifewise Trust. If you're into supporting homeless whānau in Auckland, have a better time of it, get along to Karangahape Road and go to Merge Cafe. And so we do it through a whole range of things to make it really successful. And probably the 2 big reasons our teams say they work with us are because of the nature of the clients we bring them to work on, and also the fact that it gives them a team culture. And so I think there are 5 categories of things that contribute to it. The first I'd like to talk about is our values. We've never had an office. So as a sort of a clean slate brand, we're able to build the business the way we wanted it from the beginning, to not have that encumbrance, actually. We also did it because myself as founder and our team members since really value work-life balance. You know, I get to work from a home office at Piha, and when you've emigrated to the other side of the planet from where your mum and dad live, you'd better make it work. And so working from home for me was a real driver. And surprise, surprise, for most of us as human beings, we like some flexibility in what we do. So one of our team members, Kylie up there, is training to be a yoga teacher. Alice has just become a mum for the 3rd time, and Karen's now a parent to teenagers. And we also have a team member who is partly way through her fine arts PhD, and so can work with 1 or 2 clients alongside that, keep a hand in, but focus on other stuff. Now, you can do that as a freelance marketer, working from home on your own, but it gets really lonely. And it gets practically difficult to manage the peaks and troughs of work and a whole bunch of other stuff too. And so what we do is give them the best of both worlds. They have a team culture, which means they can coalesce and work together, and we share skills, and we share values, and we share a lot of overheads, but it means they get the individual flexibility and freedom around that. And there's some real stuff we work very hard at to make sure that we don't put them in a precarious work situation to do with rates and stuff like that, because that's really, really important. It's about how do we make it work. It helps them do their bit by working from home. So I've only been able to get UK stats, and maybe Auckland Transport can help me out with some local ones. But we reckon that it saves 260 kilograms CO2 equivalent per person per year, being able to work from home, depending on what the commute is. And that equates to 1,250 New Zealand dollars when I translate it across. And for some of them, it'll be even more than that. And it helps that our clients get it. So we've got a virtuous cycle going on because we work with values-aligned organisations who I don't need to explain, oh, well, actually, could we do it on Wednesday because I'm in that city that day anyway? They say, when are you next in town? So the whole mindset of how we work with our stakeholders is different as a result of it. So values really matters. So that's values internally, externally, from a leadership point of view with clients. Second thing is fostering skills. So about 7 years ago now, I discovered, because they rang me up and asked for help with their marketing, the amazing Tetra Map. Anybody know here, has anyone been Tetra Mapped? Oh, yeah, there's a few of us. We'll compare our elements later. Tetra Map is a New Zealand-based learning and development framework which really helps us stand our behavioural preferences and how we like to be. So it explains why I like to come and talk to people like this and do stuff off the cuff, and I'm quite happy with a random question about something I might never have considered, whereas my darling prefers to be, quietly at home and not having to deal with random questions about things that, he wouldn't expect. So we have different styles of working, not just around introversion, extroversion, but other things. When you put that in a home working, flexi-working environment, and people are doing a lot of remote communication, that can present some sharp moments unless you equip people how to deal with those differences. So we use Tetra Map internally to help us understand what makes us tick and how it's different, helps us be more sophisticated with our clients, and we in turn share those skills. We deliver Tetra Map training to our team. We have three of our team members, Joe and Kylie and myself, who are certified Tetra Map facilitators. So I guess it's an investment in soft skills that informs our language, and we use it throughout our meetings, throughout planning our team events, throughout shaping up how we tackle projects. We use it very holistically. The third thing, of course, is technology. I'm a first-generation software developer's daughter, so I wear my geek cred proudly on my sleeve. I learned how to solder the printed circuit boards for robots at my dining table, age 10. And it always gets me brownie points with our IT clients. And so we do the things that you'd expect, but we also have invested sort of strategically in the way we use Zoom. So we have 2 Zoom accounts paid for, set up, and a separate audio-video conference using voice over IP. So the team can just jump on and have small cluster meetings with each other whenever they need, or just have a Zoom with a client. We don't have to book a meeting room and go through a technical fiasco to make a video conference happen. So we can be eyeball to eyeball with people a lot more quickly and easily. We have an amazing practice manager, Louise, in the white in the middle, who keeps all the moving parts moving and does things like managing our support services, making sure that password security is all taken care of, those kind of things. Because if you're using tech heavily, you have to be using it well. And we try and really foster a culture of good communication. And Joe and myself, as the directors of the business, try and model that. So if there's an issue, pick up the phone. Don't rely on trying to do something by email that's difficult. The fourth thing is we do have to get around. And we just try and be really smart about how we do that. So how our diaries are planned. I usually have, I'm often in the city on a Tuesday and a Thursday. We try and plan it around that. Similarly, the team members have different requirements. We work closely with our clients for what's going to work. And we sort of celebrate this culture of the fact that we're as car-free as we can be. So, we're very proud signatories for the third time to the climate coalition asking the government to change legislation, and it happened last week. So I don't think it was our 3 signatures that did it, but it was the collective effort of thousands of people, and we celebrate that within the team. It's part of our culture. The last thing is that we make sure we're there when it counts, and we make the time really count. So we're mammals as human beings. Being in the same room as other people matters. There's a reason we're doing this here all together today. And so we do that with our work. So there are some pieces of work, like getting in a room with a whiteboard and 6 key people, where you can achieve more in 2.5 hours than you will in a month of phone calls. And we structure our meetings so that they are very practical workshops. You know, we very rarely just get together to have a chat about something and people walk away without action points. It's not how we operate. Similarly with the team, we bring them together in structured ways 4 times a year. So 3 of those are a professional development lunch, where we shout to lunch, we do some skills sharing, we have a very team building agenda with the team where they check in on what's going on with each other, and also a social 4th one, which is just about getting together and having a really good time. And that face-to-face time really matters. And with our clients, it's about co-creating solutions, that collaborative model, so that we try and run that through the way we work, and that every face-to-face hour counts. So I think that combination of values, fostering skills, using technology really well, being mindful of it when we're planning our travel, and also being there when it counts, is sort of what summed it up to make it work for us. And really, I guess like flexi-working for us depends on a culture of trust and cooperation. There's some systems and some values stuff and tolerance, but there is that in every business. So really, it's the same skills and approaches that you use to run a good business, just applied to this in a way to make it work. It helps that the way we work aligns with what our clients are looking for. Like, that makes a real difference. And if there's anyone there who wants a hand with telling their stories, whether it's about their sustainable transport or anything else, come and talk. Let's get to know each other. Thank you for your time this afternoon. It's really good to be in such great company here. Ka kōrero anō.